Welcome to What's Next Longevity Deal Talk, the AgeTech Summit at CES 2023. This edition is made possible by the AgeTech Collaborative from AARP, an unparalleled innovation ecosystem bringing together cutting-edge thinkers in the longevity tech space. I'm Fred Fishkin, along with Mary Furlong. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Fred. There's just so much excitement surrounding AgeTech with CES coming up in just about a week.
And we have just the right people to give us a bit of a preview. Sheila Collins is Senior Advisor, Startup Programming at the AgeTech Collaborative from AARP. Hi, Sheila.
Hi, Fred. Hi, Mary. Hi, Rick.
And also with us, the Vice President and General Manager of the AgeTech Collaborative, Rick Robinson. Hi, Rick.
Hey, how you doing, Fred? Hey, Mary. Hello again, Sheila.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you both with us on this podcast in such a busy time. Rick, let's jump into what lies ahead at CES. Maybe you can give the audience a little background about the AgeTech Collaborative and the mission there.
Yeah, absolutely. So the AgeTech Collaborative formally launched about a year ago, just under a year ago, actually at CES last year. And in that time, we've gotten almost 200 companies on board. These include startups, investors, enterprises, business services, and testbed organizations. So the point of the AgeTech Collaborative is to source, incubate, and spin out into the world as many great age tech companies as we can. And we do that by kind of running pitch competitions all throughout the year, and then selecting or inviting some of those companies into our accelerator program, which runs 4 times a year. And then some of those companies, after we actually invest in many of them, some of them get invited, all of them come into the AgeTech Collaborative platform, which is a community made up of those other constituents I mentioned: investors, test beds, enterprises. And again, the goal is for everybody to kind of be able to connect and work together to provide great new modern products and services to the audience that we're serving.
Amazing work. And coming up at CES 2023, AARP and the Consumer Technology Association have a new track of programming around age tech. Sheila, it's hard to know where to start. There'll be so much going on. Give us an overview of the agenda. I guess it starts with the AARP CEO, Joanne Jenkins, delivering an Age Tech Summit keynote.
Yeah, that's right. This is the first time that CES has an age tech track, and we're excited about the conversations that are going to be had, where we have everyone from, as you mentioned, our CEO, Joanne Jenkins, who will be helping everyone really get a feel for why longevity and technology matter and why now is the perfect time for companies to really explore this space. So on the stage, there'll be everyone from the Milken Institute to people like Steve Case, who are there to inform as well as advise about the great opportunities. We also have sports, people from the sports world like Grant Hill, who will be there talking about the connection between longevity and fitness and sports. So there's a lot of exciting information to be explored.
Wow, that's a great list of people. And you'll have a chance to showcase some of the wonderful companies and startups that you've been working with in the collaborative. And just a bouquet to you, Rick. I have been really impressed by the quality of the companies and also how fast it's all grown.
Yeah, thank you, Mary. We're I and the team, all of us, very small team, but we work extremely hard at trying to source the best companies who want to really be part of age tech or want to understand it better so they can serve this market. It's a multi-trillion-dollar market, as we've talked about in the past. Worldwide, it's something like, I think, around $50 trillion in economic activity. So it's a huge space. Fortunately or unfortunately, a lot of entrepreneurs and investors haven't quite grokked it yet, haven't quite realized that this is an enormous opportunity. The reason it's positive is we have an opportunity to educate them and bring them into the fold. So that's largely our work, is to build this platform and ecosystem, educate everybody, bring them all together in hopes that a lot more great products will be going out the door.
Sheila, maybe you want to talk a little bit about some of these companies. Give us some for instances.
Yeah. So in the smart home, the AgeTech Summit is one aspect, but another aspect is that AgeTech Collaborative has a 7,000 square foot space in the smart home section, and we are bringing 18 of our startups with us. So they focus on everything from accessibility to digital health to financial services, as well as things that really focus on making lives easier. So when I think about accessibility, there's a startup called Braze Mobility. They're the world's first blind spot sensing technology for wheelchairs. And so this is one of the startups that will be in our space. They will be in the accessibility area. We also have a company in digital health, and this company is called MindMics. And MindMics, it's considered like the GPS for healthcare, in that it helps track different parameters within someone's, what's happening within someone's body, to really understand different markers of health. And so they use headphones as a way to track different markers of health. It's pretty fascinating. And then we have companies that are in the financial service space. So a company like Goalsetter, they're focused on family finance apps and really helping young people, as well as family affair, understand financial literacy, knowing that longevity is for everyone. Longevity is about aging well, aging longer. And then there are a number of other startups in the smart home space. One of them is Zibrio. And Zibrio is providing measurement tools around fall prevention. So within their tool, you can learn about your balance, as well as the exercises and types of regimen that need to be had in order to prevent falls. So there's a number of startups, and we invite everyone to come visit because, again, there are 18 of them.
Well, you'll be holding panel discussions starting on Thursday with a very busy schedule. Rick, you're taking part in one titled AgeTech in the Metaverse, Digital Worlds That Make Aging Easier. Tell us more.
Yeah, that's going to be with myself. I think we're going to have folks from Accenture and one of our startups, Flowly. The metaverse, precursor to it, if you will, is VR, and AR and XR is all sort of coming together into this virtual experience that I do think is going to really sort of accelerate in the next couple of years, probably in ways that we're not imagining now. But it's already being deployed very successfully by another one of our companies in our portfolio called Rendeavor, who we built an actual consumer product with called Alcove. And it's a VR world where you can go inside of the experience and talk to other people, their avatar, if you will, experience content, travel, all kinds of things in this virtual space. And among other things, it breaks down the barriers of social isolation. And that's something that AARP for a long time has been focused on trying to do. And so these tools and these experiences we're finding are actually having an extremely positive effect on that. So we're excited to talk about the quote metaverse, where it's going, and how we think it's going to be beneficial to our audience.
I played some table tennis with a grandson using the Quest too. That's a blast.
Yeah.
And Sheila, there's some pitch competitions taking place. Tell us about those.
Yeah, on Friday night, we have an invite-only pitch competition that's called AgeTech After Dark. So we will have 6 startups who are really pitching solutions that make life easier for all. And so we're excited about that event on Friday night.
It does sound so exciting. And all of this excitement and activity is linked in many ways to the report that AARP released not long ago, focused on the impact older adults are having and will have on the global economy.
Yeah, I think I touched on it a little bit earlier. In the U.S. alone, we've seen the space is $8+ trillion economy, if you will. So this is a huge market that's only growing by leaps and bounds. And we see this as, it's an opportunity kind of for everybody. It's, not to sound mamby-pamby, but it is a win-win situation for entrepreneurs who can tackle portions of the space, for investors, obviously, and for enterprises who, frankly, just want to be able to take advantage of this market, aren't able to figure out how to serve them best. We want them to come to us so we can help them by connecting them with resources, research, but especially with startups who've got great solutions. And again, hopefully make these connections so we can springboard more great products and services out into the world for AARP members and everybody, frankly.
Well, you've had this out, the collaborative for a year now. So what can you tell us about the pace of the innovations that you're seeing, the number of startups out there that want to be involved?
That's a great question. We, when we were starting over a year ago, starting to build and starting to try to generate some interest here, clearly there were companies looking at longevity, and previously may have been called silver tech and so on. But we weren't really finding a clear understanding of the opportunity in any kind of broad way. So we were talking to investors, we were talking with entrepreneurs, those who weren't already focused on this space. It was kind of a revelation. We were able to talk about what a white space it is. And it's there for the taking. So we have found in the past year that there's been quite a bit more demand. If I look at it almost a year ago, let's say January of last year, or this year, sorry, when we were just getting started, the demand has gone up dramatically. I mean, I can, just tell you by the incoming in my LinkedIn alone. But the pitch competitions, we've got a heck of a lot of companies entering the pitches. And so we're trying to figure out, frankly, how to scale ourselves so we can push more of these products forward and support more investors and enterprises who are trying to understand how do I get in on this market. So that's going to be our big challenge in 2023 is scaling ourselves so we can serve the growing demand.
Sheila, your thoughts?
Yeah, I was going to say, we have a pitch competition every month to capture the demand. And we focus on everything from digital health to mobility to solutions around women's health. And we're seeing a growth in services that are helping people as they age. We're also seeing that there's big opportunities in the space that I'm very passionate about, which is women's health and solutions for people in the 50+ market. And so those are the things that we want to call attention to, that there is great need and there's big opportunities to serve in those areas.
I have to say, I think this is terribly exciting. I think it has the same level of excitement as the internet did at the beginning. The place we are, and then everyone is thinking about how do you build. But I've never seen such energy and global momentum at CES. And I've been following it, like you, Fred, for many years. So Rick and Sheila, congratulations on the great work and the collaborative effort that you and AARP are doing. And it's so great that you have the collaborative, because a lot of the content can get fed back into the collaborative.
Absolutely.
And thank you for taking time from a very hectic schedule to be here with us. We're very excited to participate with you in CES this year.
Thank you so much, Mary and Fred, for all that you've done and are doing and the support you give us.
Yeah, thank you as well. And want to invite everyone to come to our stage. We have 22 sessions across our stage at the Smart Home booth. And so it's an opportunity to learn about all sorts of things, AgeTech and health, AgeTech and wealth, AgeTech and self, and a number of other components. So Look forward to all of the energy and excitement around this space.
The websites for more information, agetechcollaborative.org, and focused on CES, agetechcollaborative.org/CES.
That's right. Thank you.
Our next guest is Steve Ewell, Executive Director of the Consumer Technology Association Foundation. He was with us not long ago talking about techie gifts for the holidays. And now we have CES to talk about. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Fred. Hey, Mary. It's great to join you again. I always love these conversations, and I like to think of this as the most wonderful time of the year, both because we're around holiday season, but we're also getting into CES season, which is my favorite time of the year.
And how exciting to be back in person. So we're thrilled to have you with us today. There's a lot to talk about innovation in CES. Give us an overview, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So CES, in case people are not aware, is the trade show that the Consumer Technology Association puts on, which my foundation is affiliated with. And it brings together people from around the world, from across the consumer technology industry. It really is, we call it the global stage for innovation. And it is amazing to see. This year, we are just thrilled with the response that we're getting for the show. We're going to have over 100,000 attendees from all over the world, actually 173 different countries and territories represented, and over 2,500 different exhibitors are going to be showcasing technologies at CES. And that ranges from, the brand new startups to the big global brands, the automotive companies. We're actually one of the largest automotive shows in the world now, and really mobility, because not only is there going to be cars and trucks, but we're going to have boats and plane, like those VTOL kind of airplane lift type products. There's really, and then we get into digital health, smart home, content is going to be a big part of the show as well. So we could spend hours and hours, and I'm always thrilled to do that, but I think I'd put your audience to sleep. So I'm happy to just go into some of the highlights.
Well, there is really so much stuff there. Let's talk about some of the startups you're involved with pretty directly, and the pitch competition that you hold.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is one of the highlights that I have every year. This is the 5th year that we're doing a pitch competition at CES. And this year we're thrilled. We're sponsored by Benjilock and Canon to put together this pitch competition. And the focus is on technology that can help really people of any age or ability kind of get back out in the world. We're all celebrating getting back to CES. Well, this is the type of technology that could get people back out in the world, engage with various hobbies, whether it could be a wide range of different aspects, but really engaging people in the world again. So we really thought that was a great theme as we bring everyone back to CES this year. We have 9 companies that we've selected to pitch this year. They'll have we have an expert group of judges that will be asking them some of those tough questions on stage, and they'll pick a winner amongst the judges. But we also do an audience poll as well. So as we're going through it, we'll have an audience choice winner, and it's always interesting to see where the judges line up versus where the audience and crowd ends up, because it's always a standing room only space right there on the show floor. But the companies, they're all exhibitors at CES. They come from all over the world. We have a company called Biomodem out of the US that has an ankle exoskeleton that helps with mobility. We have a company out of France called the chocolate chip cookie company. I love the name of the company. They're making something called Ohm's Quest, which is a screen-free electronic kind of puzzle and game solution. So it'll be interesting to really see that showcased on stage. A company called Good Maps in the U.S. that does indoor navigation solutions. So helping, GPS gets you to the door of the building. This is a solution that can help pick up and help you find your way indoors. A company called Ochi out of France that has a running, it really was designed for runners and helping them, make sure they have the proper form and proper gait. But they were really able to kind of explain how their technology would also benefit both older adults and people with disabilities based on some of that gait watching and training and the types of solutions that can help people with mobility. We have a company called Roboca Vision out of the US, which is an app that uses both AI and augmented reality to aid with vision. So essentially it can adjust kind of the, what you're able to see to your specific vision and provide, whether it's different coloring that you need, different magnification, different types of solutions. So just helping people kind of engage if they have vision loss. We have a company called Celeste out of Canada that is working with smart glasses that can help explain to people kind of what's around them and what's going on in the world and help them with the engagement through what looks like they look like actual glasses that people are wearing. Really incredible. Out of the UK, we have a company called SM24. They're building a non-invasive continuous glucose monitor, which, as we've talked about in previous conversations, the opportunity to monitor your glucose, especially with the challenge of diabetes, and being able to do that on a continuous basis in a non-invasive way really can help people get back out into the world. We have a company that split, they're based in the US. They also have a Mexican operation as well called StrapTech that's actually using the same type of technology you see in self-driving vehicles to help people navigate around, especially for people who are low vision or blind, using kind of that smart information that can inform them of not just what's like right in front of them on a floor that they detect with a cane, but also if something's more head level or other issues that they may have issues with. And then the last, but certainly not the least, is a company called Xander out of the US that's using smart glasses as well, but they're focused on hearing loss and captioning. So being able to provide captions to someone. So as we're having this conversation, if I'm not able to fully hear you, I could be getting kind of those captions provided to me as we're having that kind of conversation, which I think I'm actually excited to see how that will be working at a place like CES where there's so much going on. But being able to provide that accessibility and usability for an audience is incredible. So we're looking forward to this event. For any of your listeners that are going to be at CES, tell them to come by Friday, January 6th at the startup stage in Eureka Park from 2 to 4 p.m. We've got a great program coming together. A gentleman named Albert Lawrence, who's a correspondent for CBS's Henry Ford Innovation Nation, is going to be our MC for the event and keep everything going and lively. So, we're really thrilled. I just love this activity every year.
Well, and that Eureka Park area is really amazing too. I mean, the whole area is full of startups from all over the world, right?
We'll have over 1,000 startups from all over the world. It's amazing to see the number of country pavilions that are coming. So this is where, a number of countries will bring together a collection of startups. French Tech, it's amazing. They try to take over as much of Eureka Park as they can every year. So we'll have a ton of French companies, but it's bloomed from there to looking across Europe at places like the UK Tech Pavilion, the Netherlands Tech Pavilion. We have a Ukrainian Tech Pavilion. So seeing what they are dealing with in their daily lives. And yet we are having people come to CES and showcase some of the technologies there. Then moving across the world to, we have a pavilion from the Congo. We have a pavilion from, Japan and Korea. And, once again, I could go on and on, but it is incredible to see the type of innovation that is going on around the world. And that's what I love about CES, is it's a chance to travel the world kind of without leaving a hall of the Venetian Expo Center. So really looking forward to that.
Wow, that is really amazing. If anyone doubts whether technology is infused into our culture, come to CES and see that. I love your enthusiasm. I love the choices that you have in the finals. That should be a great competition.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, it's one of those, I always love it when I look at the list and I'm like, I have no idea who's going to win this competition. Any one of them could. And it's some of the fun that we have with the event. As part of it, we do provide them all, coaching for how to do pitch competitions and events like that. Because, while some startup founders are pros at this and can do it in their sleep, others, if they're newer to the space, may not be as comfortable. So we want to give them, everyone as much, as much information and training and getting them ready. So we have a great program. So I hope you are able to join us that day.
Yes, I'll be there. But also, if your finalists would like the content from our recent conference, we'd be glad to make that available as a gift to them.
Oh, well, that's incredible. I will make sure to pass that offer along.
Okay, thank you.
Terrific. Steve, well, congratulations on the tremendous work that you're doing there. Is there a place people can go to for more information?
Yeah, absolutely. I encourage people to go to, ces.tech. It's .tech is the conference website, and you'll be able to find, we have over 200 different sessions that are there. I know you're going to be talking to our friends at AARP who have a half-day AgeTech session that's going to be going on, but really some incredible leaders from across the technology world that are talking there, including our keynotes. And a lot of those things, like the keynotes, are publicly available on the website. So even if people aren't able to be at CES, they can access some of that information. And then, if people are interested in the work that we're doing at the CTA Foundation, it's ctafoundation.tech. And that has a number of the things we do throughout the year, as well as our highlights from CES.
Terrific, Steve. Have a great year ahead.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Mary. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.
We want to thank Steve, along with Rick Robinson and Sheila Collins. When it comes to AgeTech, CES 2023 will be a great launching pad for the coming year. Thank you to the AgeTech Collaborative from AARP for helping to make this edition possible. And thank you for spending time with us, and have a very healthy and happy year ahead.